Good evening. Janice Fromal from Aston. I'd like to say something about Ms. Pizzo's concern over the small amount of money that was allotted to Ms. Fierdamondo for expenses incurred while attending a seminar for the district. I really think it's like comparing apples and oranges as to money that has been thrown out the window by decisions of members of this board and previous boards. You may have forgotten, we're going to review a few minutes, you may have forgotten the $12,000 that was spent to send an entire board to the Chicago Convention. I happen to have asked for that money to be returned to no avail. The $640,000 or more split dollar policy is now in litigation and only benefited a few. The promised reimbursement of the $100,000 grant money back to the district through our insurance carrier, has that yet happened? As of the last minute, we were told it wasn't even applied for. Has that been applied for as of yet? Question.
Well, we have an agreement that I should be able to present to the board for the next board meeting from DCED. The board will have to approve essentially a new contract with the Department of Community and Economic Development. And the insurance, Mike Levin's been dealing with the insurance carrier. As I understand, that agreement with the insurance company is in place so that hopefully we can have everything ready for board approval at the September meeting. Unfortunately, I didn't get the agreement from the department until yesterday morning, so there hasn't been time to have it put on this board agenda. But so we would expect to have everything in place at the end of September to start including the $100,000 from the insurance company and performance of the new grant program, essentially.
Okay, does that mean we will be able to, again, get grants from the state of Pennsylvania?
Yes, I believe that would be the case.
Okay. In case no one on this board is aware of the contractual agreement between Mr. Crego, his board, and the PDEA, let me refresh your memories. Of the 18 teachers who retired this year, how many received a $20,000 bonus? That's a question.
I'm not sure that...
Mr. Steffi, do you know that answer? If 18 teachers received $20,000 apiece, that was at a cost of $360,000 to the taxpayers of this district. Am I correct? In the past 5 cumulative years, how many teachers have been given this amount, given this bonus, and how much has that cost the taxpayers of this district? Question.
That's a question I couldn't answer for you.
Okay, I'd like to have an answer to that, and I'm asking Mr. Steffi that, do I need to do a right-to-know type thing for that?
No, I just think if this is something, I don't know that we'll, do you have that answer now, Mr. Steffi, or would you like it, would you like to put it in would you like to send, contact Dr. Steinholz's office, or
Okay.
send it in an email, or, I'm sorry? Oh.
Okay. I'll go on while he's doing that. That's not including... Sure.
John, while you're preparing that, could you also provide her with the information that illustrates the net savings that we're getting by replacing those teachers with equally qualified, but also teachers who are moving into the field at the beginning of their careers? And there's a net savings, if I understand, as we discuss this later, regarding, the retirement and whatever retirement packages they were offered versus the new salaries that their replacement teachers were brought in at.
I don't think you're understanding. Do you actually know anything about this contract?
I'm aware of what you're asking as far as the $20,000 they were offered as part of the retirement package.
No, that was part of a bonus type thing in their retirement package.
Correct, but what you may not know is where everything is now and the net savings to the district as far as replacing those salaries with new salaries.
Okay,
I just want you to have all that information.
Think what you may. That's not including the $40,000 in court cost and the 2 teachers who received $8,740. Also, that one sentence of a contract to be changed allowing a person outside the district to be a coach. Was this the last year of these payouts? That's a question.
Yeah, I think, Ms. Fromal, and I respect your ability to ask the questions. Some of them are requiring us to get some information for you and are of a very specific nature. I would like to ask you if afterwards, if you want to give me some of the specific questions, or at least if you want to ask them, we'll get back in touch and be able to give you accurate information.
That would be good. The request for the forensic audit that has been done and has been passed by this board. I would like to thank the 3 members who said no to that. That $80,000 could be used to buy band uniforms instead of doing a forensic audit. I thank all 3 of you. We've also paid an interim superintendent $750 a day to serve the whole district. We are now paying that same person $750 for an 8-hour day of work. Is he still doing this? Is he still consulting for the district? Dr. Masaris, I'm talking about.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. Okay, will he be consulting on the new forensic audit?
I don't believe so. I think Dr. Masaris's projects are winding down, and I believe that is a decision that we left with Dr. Steinhoff to make as to when his services will no longer be needed.
Okay. I would like to say, let's be realistic for a moment. This board needs to start addressing the spending of taxpayers' dollars. It's time to start conserving. The people of this district are having to sacrifice due to a slow economy. Maybe it's time you all start doing the same thing. You have a teacher's contract coming up in 2009 and a staff contract under negotiations and an Act 93 dispute to settle. You need to start cutting corners somewhere. As I have previously said, comparing a small voucher allotted to a board member and not looking at the big picture on spending is like comparing lemons to sour apples. Because enough of taxpayers' dollars have been misspent by this district, and that comes from the decisions of this board and previous boards over the years. In my opinion, you need to start being accountable to the residents who provide you with the money you are spending. Thank you.